Okay, I'm going to show you how to make one of these really pretty stars. And we're going to start with a small piece of paper, origami paper. If you want to start with a larger piece of paper, it might be a little bit easier. But I'm going to show you how to make this size star. So we're going to start with a half fold. And feel free to stop the video at any point. Try to explain the harder parts. And then we're going to bring this corner up here. Okay, and we're going to make an X. So you want to make sure that you're being very precise here. I like to use the back of a pair of scissors or some kind of a straightening tool sometimes just to make sure that it's all running okay. All right, so now that we've got our little X here, we're going to pull up this side and make sure that we're right here in the corner. All right. And again, we can do the same thing on the other side to make sure that we have a little X here. Not entirely necessary, but it might help. It's going to help you later on. So now that we've got this going, we're going to use this crease here, this line, to pull this over this corner. Okay, be really precise. Looks kind of like a flower bag right here. Okay, and then we're going to pull, so not this line here, but we're going to pull so that this comes down to a tip. We're going to make this one even. Okay, and it should come up a little bit here. And then finally, we're going to crease this one backwards. All right. Okay, all that is to make our pentagon, our five-sided. So we're just going to adjust to make sure everything is in there correctly. And we are going to take a pair of scissors. This is necessary. And we're going to cut right at this line. So basically, I'm going to cut so that we have a straight line here. Okay. I'm going to check that again. Hard to do in front of the camera. All right, so make sure that's straight. All right, so now when we open this up, lo and behold, we should have our lovely, beautiful pentagon. All right, so you're going to look at all these creases. You might want to go over them again just to make sure that you've got straight lines. When you open it up, sometimes you notice that it might not be exact, like in my particular example here. Now, what we are going to do with this is we're going to fold each of these ends, okay, when we hold it up like that, so that the ends of these reach up to the Y of the fold, okay? So you see how there's right here, right there. Doesn't have to be entirely exact, but do your best. As you practice doing this, you're going to do a better job of it, I'm sure. Okay, so this part, you might need to go over that crease a few times, again, or use your fingernail, like I mentioned, the back here. I want to make sure that the line is as straight as it can. Okay, and notice how we're starting to get a mini pentagon inside the larger one. All right. And one more time. And then we should be there. Okay. So now you can see that we've got a mini pentagon inside our larger pentagon. And our goal now is to make creases so that we can fold inward to make all of our points of our star using the pentagon lines. Okay, in order to do that, we're going to fold up, and this is a little bit of the tricky part. We're going to hold down and try to get the other fold. Okay, so right here, you're going to try to make that point, and you're going to make sure that this can come out to a point. Okay, you're going to fold it over. I did that one really slow just so you could see it. So I'm going to open it again. You're going to take that corner and you're going to fold it over. Okay, we've got to do that a bunch of times because these are going to be the points of our stars. Okay, so these are the folds we just made. Fold over. Okay, then we turn and we go ahead and we do it on the next side where we're going to, again, sometimes the little corner doesn't want to work. We're going to make sure we have a nice point here, and we're going to fold over where the fold is. This one doesn't really want to go where it needs to. I'm going to adjust a little bit. Okay. Okay, so now we're ready for another one. We had to adjust that one a little bit. Again, a lot of it is how precise you are. The more precise you are, if you're doing a better job than I am, then you're good. Okay, so again, we're going to check to make sure we've got a straight line there. We're going to fold over. We shouldn't really see the green there. Again, adjusting it. I'm adjusting it to make sure. And we're going to do it again here. Okay, once you start to feel it, it is worth going over it another time because the better your creases are, the easier it will be to do this next fold, which is a little tricky. Okay, that's why we want to make sure. I think I missed the side here. Nope, looks like I got it before. Just make sure that it's a good fold. You should see a little crease there, and that will definitely help. Seeing that little crease and making sure that there's a crease on each of these, just like so. This is the funky one. I have to do that one again. Okay. Sometimes the corner, there we go, isn't quite where it needs to be. Okay, so we adjusted that one. All right, we've done that. We are ready to fold inward. Okay, so what's going to happen is each of the corners are going to fold over each other. So if you want to look at the one that's already been made, you can see that these little guys will be sticking out. And what you want to do is make sure that you have got folds that are on the one side of this pentagon. Okay, so you might need to fiddle with it a little bit. Okay, each of these is going to fold the other way. Okay, like that. So you have a fold and then under, then over, then under. So if that's easier for you to do, some people just have the knack for pushing it in. But if you're checking, you're kind of, what used to come out is now going to go in. All right, and then you should have a little pinwheel. Okay, so we're not quite done yet. So let me just show you. Here's the back of this. Okay, and you can see that each of these points is a lot smaller. And in the part 2 of this video, I'm going to show you how when you turn it around, you're going to use the points of this pentagon to adjust. So each one is going to come down, not all the way, just until you can make a point. So you're gonna check to make sure that you can use your second fingernail to make sure that it comes out to a point. Okay, so the rest of this, I'm going to show you how to go around to each point and adjust it so that each of these is pulled over like so. As you get to the end ones, you might need to fold inside another one that you've already created, so that you end up with this. Okay.